What's going on, people? Hello, hello. Bear with me a second. Let's see. Hang on one second. Hope everybody's having a wonderful evening. I'm taking a quick break from work. Chat with you guys for a little bit before I have to. Where the hell did that go? I've got to leave tomorrow for Gonzales, Louisiana for Cajun Con this weekend, Saturday, Sunday. I'll be back home late Sunday night, and I'll be back on, commissions and cover work Monday morning. But I do got tomorrow. I'm wrapping up some commissions today. I've got like a couple more that I'll have done today, and then on top of that, I've got. Some cover work that I'm laying out. So moving along, but I wanted to stop for a little bit. I've been going since early this morning, and I just kind of wanted to hang out and chat with you guys for a little bit because so I'm going to chat with you guys to probably about 4:30, something like that, and then I've got to get off here and start getting ready for. Hey, what's up, Jim? Hope you're doing good, brother. Also, make sure, guys, if you haven't done it, make sure you guys go grab a spot on the new raffle I just put up for you guys. It's a badass one. It's a display portfolio that Comic Capsule created. And I grabbed a few of them from those guys, super good guys that does Comic Capsule. But they created this really, I know you can't see it that well, this really incredible. Let me see if I can grab a picture of it. Hang on one second. It's so cool. It's such a great display because what it's for is for you to put a piece of original, published cover art in, and then you also can add a copy of the actual comic. That's not a picture. That's the actual comic. So they created this thing that allows you to do that. It's such a badass design. And I'm shocked that no one's ever done that before. But let me put it up here for you. I'll show you what it looks like. But I just did a raffle for it. So that raffle, the winner, it's a first and second place winner. So first place will get this. And, that is the original 11 by 17 pencils to my New York Comic-Con exclusive from last year for Psycho Sound #1. And that is a copy of the foil edition of Psycho Sound #1 New York Comic-Con exclusive, number 16 out of 30. And then, of course, it has a copy of my COA with it, stating what's in that package. But I just put that raffle up. 2 winners. Second place on that raffle will get a signed copy of Psycho Sound #1 cover A, the regular cover, but that's a $30 value. That's over, a $700 value for first place. Great entry fee. I think it's $20 a spot, but it's only a few spots. I think it's 20 spots. Let me look and I'll tell you the exact number. let's see, where is it? It's 30 spots. So 30 spots at $20 a spot. I mean, that's damn good odds overall. And it's over $700 to first place, $30 to second place. But that is such a badass design they did. Because like I said, that's not a picture of the cover, the comic. That's the actual comic. So they created this thing with an actual pouch that holds that. And ignore this, this little white piece of paper. Their version actually has a form that goes in there also. That's a COA. It's just a generalized COA. But, if you're an artist or creator that has your own COAs, you can swap that out and put your own. But that was such an incredible design. And it's magnetized. So when you close it, it's closed by magnets. But yeah, that's the 11s by 17 original pencils to my Cycle Sound #1 New York Comic Con exclusive from last year, and a foil copy of the book. So again, that's an actual comic. So yeah, that was such a great design they did. And yeah, go grab you some spots on that one, Jim. What's up, Kevin? I got my Joker in. The life-size Rick Baker, a fan contacted me. I told you guys about this on the post. A fan knew I'd been looking for that thing. It's been one of my grails because I'm a big Rick Baker fan. He's one of my favorite makeup artist guys. Has worked on some of the most incredible movies ever. American Werewolf in London. He's done the makeup for the remake of The Wolfman. He's done the makeup for Harry and the Hendersons. He's done the makeup for, I believe, The Predator. He's done the makeup. He's created all of these just insane characters. And so DC, a few years ago, contacted him about doing a Joker bust design sculpt for a 1/1 life size. And I saw the interview thing. He was talking about it, and he was like, "Sure, I'll do it, but I get 100% creative control. I'm not answering to anybody." And they were like, "Yeah, that's no problem. Do it however you want to." So he went with more of a horror movie type Joker, and that thing is creepy as hell. I do need to get some kind of little box for it to stand on because it didn't come like the Harley Quinn that has that stand under it. It's just a normal bust that sits flat. So I do need to get something to bring him up to her height. But a fan knew I was looking for that. And I had the chance to buy that once at, I think it was like Comic Palooza, like 4 years ago. And I saw it on a Friday, and a vendor booth had it. And it was like $700, which was a great price for that piece. And I meant to come back later and I was going to get it, but I got sidetracked. And the next thing you know, Friday's over with, Saturday's rolling around. And then by the time I remember it, and I went over there Saturday afternoon, when I thought about it, it was sold. So I missed it. So he knew that, and he contacted me and said that he had done a trade with somebody and he had gotten that bust. And would I be willing to trade him some original published cover art for it? And I was like, hell yeah, I would. I mean, that's, like I said, that is definitely one of my grails. Good God, that's heavy. I wanted to move that over. It's a little too close for my liking there. So I was like, hell yeah. Damn, that's my knee. And I was like, hell yeah, I will. And so I traded him, for that statue. I'm so happy to have it. It's one of those things that, there's lots of statues I love, and there's lots of Grail statues out there. I mean, I've got, and most of them are relatively new. That's one of the older ones. That was a Grail of mine. If you guys are in here, say hi. If you are saying hi and I'm not seeing your chat, I'm not ignoring you. Make sure StreamYard has permission or whatever it is you have to give it, so we can see you're talking. Because if you're saying anything, I'm not ignoring you. And right now, the only people I see in here talking is Kevin Davis and Jim Ryan. So if you are in here, say hi. But yeah, it was definitely, like I said, I'm a big Rick Baker fan. So having something he actually sculpted is so damn cool. You know, I had, you know, wanted it for a long time, so I was super stoked when I finally got my hands on it. So you know, and I would name drop the person, but he didn't want me to name drop him because he does a lot of collecting, buying and stuff, and he does a lot of trading, and but he doesn't want people, you know, sending him random PMs, seeing what he might be willing to trade or do. You know what I mean? So hang on one second. Holy shit. Well, Dave Kemp just sent me the colors for the Psycho Sal Omnibus coming in February, the collector's edition of Psycho Sal 1 through 9. He just sent me the cover art for it, and holy hell. Oh my God. Holy Jesus. Wow, I cannot wait to show you guys this cover. Wow, I cannot wait to show you guys this. Holy Jesus. God damn. Dave Kemp, man. Freaking Dave Kemp. That dude is straight up color gangster, man. I mean, wow. And I don't have to handhold him. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, he's done so many covers for me. I mean, Dave and Dan and Dave mostly have been my cover artists for what, 5 years, coloring everything, every single cover I've done, every single print design I've done. I mean, only recently I've had to use a couple of different colorists on projects because Dave and Dan both have been super slammed with this Image Comics projects they were doing the interior colors for. So you know, while they were working on that over the last 2 months, you know, and I've dropped what I've done 5 or 6 cover reveals in the last 3 months. So, you know, so that, you know, I've had to use Marcia and Arturo for a few of those, which I love their color work. They do great work, especially Arturo. He's got a really firm grasp on some of the creepy stuff. But Dave just, hot damn. Dave is just insane with his colors. Holy Jesus, man. Um, yeah, that dude is just, he's on a whole nother level. Um, yeah, it's yeah, I can't wait to show you guys that cover. I'm gonna wait for Lori to put the trade dress on it, and then I'll do a cover reveal for that. But now, obviously, you know, that one is not coming until you know, February. But I'll do a cover reveal. Yeah, I love you know, Dave and Dan. I can't say enough great things about them. You know, they're the type of people who, you know, they walk the walk. You know, about doing their best for other people, lifting others up, you know, always putting their best foot forward, no matter how they feel or what's going on. You know I can always count on them for tight deadlines, and I can always count on them for you know, again, not having to handhold or anything like that. Like, you know, like, but to be fair, now he's worked with me so long, you know, he kind of does know where my thoughts lie on color jobs, and then he has his own experience and everything he brings to the table of what things should look like. He's been doing it long enough, you know, that he has a very good grasp on you know, on what the colors should be doing. But yeah, the fact that, I can depend on them whenever I need them, they're there. That's always a great thing to be. And that's the way you should be in this industry. If whether you're an artist or whether you're a writer or a colorist or whatever aspect you fit into, you need to make sure that you're there when the people need you. You don't ever want to, you don't necessarily want to tell people no, unless it's just something that you truly don't want to jack up or anything, and you're absolutely 100% sure you can't fit it in. Now, obviously, don't take jobs if you're 100% sure or not 100% sure that you can get it done, in a timely manner. You don't ever want to do that. You don't want to take jobs and then have to cancel, because our deadlines are so damn tight, that we don't, if somebody tells us they're going to do a cover or they're going to do this, that, or the other, and we give them, a month or 2 months to get it done. And sadly, a lot of people will wait till the last minute. Of course, they'll wait till that last week. And then when shit does hit the fan, they've got 1,000 excuses. But, with Dave and them, though, they operate the same way I do and some of the others do. They don't wait till the last minute to get shit done. Even though they may have a month to get something done, they don't wait till 3 weeks in and then try to do it 5 days before it's due. And there's a lot of people that do that. And that's a terrible way to run a business. If you got 2 months to do it, as soon as you can get to it, a few days later, a week later, 2 weeks later, whatever your schedule allows, the minute you can get to it, you need to do the damn work. Say something, say hi, guys. There's like 4 or 5 of you guys in here. Say something so I know you guys are here. Because I'm still not seeing any chat from anybody but Jim, and that's it. So yeah, I absolutely love Dave and Dan. I mean, they do such great work. And like I said, the colorists that I've used on the side when they've been super slammed, they've done great work too. I can't brag enough, about Marcia doing who does the interior colors for Psycho Sal. She did the colors for that one. She did the colors for some of these other guest artists that were on the project. She did the colors for that one. And then Arturo's done the colors for this one for me. And not that one. Where's Arturo's cover? Where'd he go? Yeah, and there's his colors he did on his cover. So I've been lucky enough that the folks I'm working with, they get stuff done. They get it. What's up, Dave? I was just bragging about you, man. I was just bragging about you. Like I was telling them, that cover right there, I cannot wait to show you guys. Hang on one second. Okay, sorry about that. Hey, sweetie. Yeah, you never say no unless you have to. And don't get me wrong. I would rather someone say, "Oh, I can't get to that," so I can find someone else that can if they truly can. I've never, like I said, I don't have to sweat and I don't have to worry about when Dave's doing a cover or when Jim's doing a cover. I mean, Jim, Jesus, I saw his name. Mr. Chris Hayes is here. What's up, brother?
You wanted me here.
Yeah, about time. Dang. It's like trying to get Elvis to come do an interview. For those that don't know, Mr. Chris Hayes is the owner, operator of Charter Comics. He's also the co-owner operator of Pastime Comics, and him and Kim are the owner operators of Texoma Comic Con as well as Cowtown Comic Con. And he's soon to be grandpa.
Tomorrow.
Yep, that's going to be awesome, man. Congrats. But yeah, Dave and him does great colors. Dave and Dan both. I mean, they're my go-to no matter what. Super kind, super professional, and they do incredible work. Now we were just kind of chit-chatting about that new portfolio thing that Comic Capsule sent me, and dude, that thing is ridiculous. Man, it holds original published cover art. Then that's not a picture of that book. That's an actual book. Like, it holds a book. And then it holds the COA. So we were talking about those things and some of the cool stuff they're doing over there. But I know you're in the store and you don't have a whole lot to chitty chat, but I just kind of wanted to I was just throwing that out there, and whoever could join the chat. But since I got you here, I'll put you on the spot and give everybody a quick rundown of your doll maker that's coming shortly.
It is.
This book, like, a lot of people are excited about this book, dude.
I know, it's ready to go. We're launching on the 10th, so that way it gives your Kickstarter
Right.
2 weeks in before I launch, which is what we usually try to do.
Yeah.
So it all got approved today, so it's
Nice.
ready to hit the launch button, and it's ready to go. I'll probably add a couple more things on there. I actually sent information over to Lacey too to have her take a look at it.
Right.
Kind of helps out on some of that, but we're excited, ready to go. I finished my crayon cover today. This morning, I'll unveil it tomorrow. I'll have my original on there as well of the doll, but it's pretty good. It's a new Ferryman Tales story. Probably one of the creepiest ones I've done besides A Mother's Whisper.
Right.
Creepy because nobody likes dolls, right?
They're stupid creepy.
Yeah. I mean, nobody likes dolls. And when you talk to them about dolls, they don't have anything to do with them, or they don't want them anywhere near them. And this is what it's about. It's about an old guy named Mr. Whittle that owns a toy store. He's a doll maker, and he winds up in the past. I don't want to ruin the whole thing, but
yeah,
he literally endangered a small child, which is what the dolls really are. And the ferryman came to get him for doing that. And in return, the ferryman literally tells Whittle that he owes him a soul a year. And in return, Whittle can stay alive. So every year a child goes missing in town. And it just so happens that the likeness of the child that goes missing shows up as a new doll in the window of the toy store.
Okay.
About 3 years later, that notices the doll that looks like her daughter in the window and so she approaches Mr. Whittle, and then the story begins. So it's actually pretty good. I'm doing it different. It is not full comic style. First time I'm going to try this. It is literally something new I'm going to start doing. It is, it's not full illustrations on the inside. There will be some really cool sketches by Max Lester and Jeff Muth on the inside cover or the inside book. Pencil sketches. Think of some of the old Stephen King novels. You and I were talking. Remember? Dang it! What was the werewolf one?
Cursed Moonlight.
Yes, that King did.
So you're talking about Cycle of the Werewolf. Sorry.
The werewolf.
Yeah. And, with Bernie Wrightson artwork at the chat.
Yeah, Bernie Wrightson had some interior pages that he did.
I think it was the start of each chapter.
Yeah. There's going to be interior pages. Nothing's colored. So I want to try something different on this. So we'll have a sketch of Old Man Whittle. I'm calling him in there. Maybe a doll sketch, maybe the toy store sketch you're going to see. But the left side of the book will be all the dialogue, and then on the right will be a sketch page. And then when you flip the page, you're going to read more, and you're going to look over, and there's going to be a sketch page. I want to try it. I want to get feedback and see what they thought on it. It's completely black and white. Again, it's old novel style. Something I thought would fit this book that I wanted to go with. Book's pretty well ready to go. I'm only going to run Kickstarter for 23 days. We are going to have, based on your recommendation, everybody that did a cover on the Kickstarter will have a 1-of-1 embossed glow in the dark metal available for
Nice.
$125.
How much?
They're going to be numbered 1-of-1. So that's it. And there's only
Yeah.
like one William Russell
Right.
embossed glow in the dark. That's it. I'm not printing more. You get one.
And how much are you charging?
$125 for a 1-of-1.
Dude, that you guys better grab. That's a steal. We don't sell books like that for less than $300 and $400.
Yeah. So
That's a steal.
every cover will have an embossed available.
Right.
The embossed 1-of-1 glow in the dark on there.
Wow.
I did turn on the pay over time option.
Right.
I beat my head against the wall thinking about that because I know how it pays out. And I was like, man, but I did it because once I put those embossed on there, some people they're going to want more than one cup. Consider their 1-of-1. So those are on there. Other than that, I'm pretty excited about it. I mean, it's something new. The every cover is creepy. Like I said, I finished mine this morning. Kim had to go out and get me a new box of crayons to finish it. 4-count crayon box with the sharps in the back. One thing I am offering, well, that's your cover. Yeah. You should show them all.
I don't have them on the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about you.
Fuck them.
But
they can share their own shit. I don't have them downloaded on this computer. So have you got one of those things that shows all the,
I don't have it in the store. I mean, it's on my my personal laptop.
Well, you guys go check out because his link is active. So make sure you guys go to the Kickstarter, to the Doll Maker Kickstarter, and click the little notify me on launch. It is active.
You can go to the Charter Comics Facebook page unless you're friends with me on my page.
Yeah.
Also, go join the Ferry Mantel's Facebook because
you can drop the links. Yeah, drop the links for those here in chat if you don't mind. If you got access to them.
I'm on my phone. So
okay.
Yeah, I just from my phone. I didn't bring anything. I just came to the store for a little bit and saw you live and just joined the link. I didn't bring anything with me. But if you go to the Charter Comics Facebook page, all the covers are posted. The only ones that are not posted yet are mine and Peter's. Peter's almost done with his colors. He sent me an update today. It looks amazing. Again, every cover that's been done, I absolutely love them. I mean, I went with Mike Henson did a cover, and V. Nunley, and you, and DJ Paul, and Peter Smith, and oh my God, Max Lester, who's a new artist. He's one of the customers that come in the store. We brought him on to do a cover, and he did a great cover of a doll head. Loving it.
Nice.
One thing I'm going to have my original on there of my crayon cover. But to that is whoever buys the original, you get the 6 crayons that I use to color that with and draw with.
There you go.
There's a picture of those and how they're all nubbed down. So you get the crayons with it. You can't beat that. So that's a heck of a.
And it's something else. Like people, you guys have got to really pay attention to what some of us in the indie community do. Because when we're giving you guys super discounts on covers, and we're giving you guys super discounts, like in his case on these metals, like I'm not shitting you. These 1-of-1s, I'm lowballing it, and I still sell mine for $300 a pop on my Kickstarter, and they almost every single cover sells out. I might have 1 or 2 of the 1-of-1s that didn't sell, and that's it out of 7 to 9 covers. Yeah, and when I say we're lowballing everyone else, for the most part, when they do 1-of-1s, they're $500 and $600 covers, if not more. So you guys need to pay attention to what people like Chris and Lori and myself and some of these others who are giving you guys stupid discounted prices on rare stuff.
Oh, speaking of discounted, and this is gonna, I do this just to aggravate you. Like all my books on the Kickstarter are $10 and $12. That's it.
I know, and I keep telling them. In my opinion, they ought to be like $15 minimum and $20 for feature. But Chris is, I kind of started out at $10 and $15 books, and Chris started out at $10 and $12 books. And I have raised mine a little bit, and I still have the $15 books, but I got a couple of $20, which, to be fair, that's still stupid cheap compared to what everybody else is doing. I mean, most other people are still doing $25, $30 and up just for cover.
I don't even like 10. I want to sell at $5, but it costs us more than $5 to print the book. We can't do it.
Well, the hard truth is it is $5 printer book. But when you divide up all the other shit it takes to make the book, you're at almost $15 a book. It's actually a little over $15 per book to create.
Well, that's why I kept this one at 10 and 12, because it's not full interiors, not color interiors on this one. So I was like, okay, even though it's going to be about 36 pages.
Yeah.
Because the way that I have the book laid out, it's not full color interiors.
Right.
Now, I may go back and do a hardcover of this book down the road next year, 26, or a trade on this book because it's so many pages, and go ahead and pony up and do a full color interior.
Right.
And have somebody that I've used in the past on some Ferryman books, or look at Arturo, like you said.
I think he would do great on that creepy ass book.
But for now, I want to see how this goes. Now, one thing that's really cool about this book is the script is already over with Lacey, and she's adding to the script. So something we're going to try for the first time on our end is she's going to be the co-writer on it. She's adding a ton of dialogue on it. And the minute I launch it and the Kickstarter ends, this book's going up on Amazon as a novel.
Oh, nice.
So, but she's taken that part over. I can't do the novel style writing. That's not me.
Right.
She's taken that over because she does. And I run with it. So she's putting it on there as a co-writer, and she's going to put it up as a novel. And we're going to see how it does.
That's badass.
A ton of dialogue, a ton of description, as a novel is. I mean, you gotta have a certain type of writing style and be patient to sit and write that for hours, because that's what and that's not me. I can't do that. I can't sit there and write I was running through a dewy meadow, and I'm not doing that. So,
it's and something else, guys. Make sure, if you guys do back these Kickstarters, please do your best to stay true to what you pledge. And if you're not able to back it for some odd reason, in which, to be fair, everyone should be able to back these Kickstarters because they are stupid affordable. They really, really are. But share it out if you can't, because the word of mouth and the shares help out so much more than you probably think.
Mm-hmm.
And then your Ferryman, issue number 3 of the Ferryman, that book, that one's gone to print, right? Or has it?
It's already been paid for. I'm hoping I see him this week. Actually, I mean, it was before Thanksgiving. I got the boys paid the invoice, and talking to Emma, she was like, "Yeah, it's usually about 7 or 8 days you'll have them in hand after."
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, I love Ready. They do great.
Closed a couple days, so still way ahead of the game on that one, because literally like, hey, everybody, you'll get that Kickstarter in December. I figure we'll get them in, but the minute that they come in, I'll be making the packages and shipping those out. Everything's ready to go on that. I've got all the stretch goal stuff. We're ready. Right. It's literally just waiting on the books to show up, and I was excited for that one. I think people are going to really like that story. I'm glad you.
I do too. Yeah.
The minute that the books show up, before I even start unpacking them, I'll send out all the digital PDFs to everybody. Once I get the books in hand, then everybody gets their PDF. So that one.
Psycho. I'll be sending Psycho Sal's print order here soon. It's killing me because I'm, normally within 14 days of the Kickstarter ended, the book's already sent to print. But because of this pay over time thing, I'm having to wait till make sure that third payment goes through, because I can't risk printing a bunch of books. Because when we print books for Kickstarters, we printing just what's needed for the Kickstarter on all the covers and goodies. And so I'm having to wait on that. And sadly, I got the first bullet bite. I looked yesterday or day before, and I had about $650 fall off that people didn't pay their second payment on the pay over time.
Now you're making me want to go turn it off just because.
This is what I told everybody. I've got it turned on for Rise of the Mummy. because it doesn't, I was telling them the other day on a video while I was driving across town, that thing doesn't benefit you or I in no way, shape, or form. Because the majority of the people on our Kickstarters are people that's been on all of our Kickstarters. You know what I mean? Especially with Psycho Sal. When I look at the 100 to 130 backers, 95% of those on every single Kickstarter are people that's been there from issue number one. There's a few stragglers that, new fans we get, on each Kickstarter, but it's, 10 or so. So people are already spending the money they're going to spend. So the pay over time doesn't necessarily benefit us in the long run. So if I get more of that happening, I won't use it anymore. It's just not worth the stress on my plate. And it's not, and because we pre-do our books before we launch the Kickstarter, me having to wait an extra 2 months after my Kickstarter ends, when I could have been shipping my books, printing my books 14 days after it ended, that's just not worth it to me. So I'm gonna, see what happens, because the third payment is supposed to be due this coming week, I believe, and we'll see what happens there. If I, end up with only $600 that fell off, okay, that's not that big a deal. It sucks, but it's not the end of the world. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I do think it's useful, and I'm going to send Kickstarter some feedback and tell them how unreliable that really is, that if they really wanted to create a payment plan structure to help people, to just let us put Afterpay or Klarna on the fucking checkout.
Yeah, but then they would be doing the same thing to them, because if people aren't going to pay their second payment, like you said, or their third payment, then that means that.
Yeah, but it doesn't have anything to do with us.
Their second or third payment from those people either.
Sadly, that doesn't have anything to do with us, because Kickstarter would get the money right away when the payments are paid. And, and then if they don't get the payment, I mean, I don't know what happens after that, because I have it on my website. If somebody buys something on my website and then they don't make their second, third, or fourth payment, they don't come after me.
Right.
So, so I don't know how they could do it. I guess it would apply the same way, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm using it on the Mummy, and, we'll see what happens. We've only got about 30 backers on the Mummy, I think 30 or 40. So we're missing a lot of people, but we're also close to Christmas.
Well, and you're not going to hit $10,000 on every Kickstarter.
No.
Not everybody's going to, and that's just what it is. I mean, I went back and looked at mine, and I've got, what is this, 30th book, and some do really good, and some you don't have an interest from people because the story's not there for them. Doesn't matter who you are, right? And I'll tell you that. I mean, that happens with, indie writers in the store. That could be super hot for a while.
Yeah.
Put out a new series, and even in the store, we may sell 5 of their books just because nobody has an interest in it. The story's not.
Right.
I'm not saying the story's not good, but I don't know. It's different. And I've had those up and down Kickstarters. I've funded everyone, which I'm thankful for that. But not every one of them may do $5,000 or $10,000.
Yeah.
That's okay. You're going to have some that are just a couple of $1,000.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. And then especially on these one shots, and then you're going to have that you knock it out of the park, like Psycho Sal.
If I can do
part of the game, and
if I can hit 6K on Rise of the Mummy like I did Curse Moonlight, I'm happy with that. I mean, that puts me in the black. It gives me a little profit, and and I'm good with that. It is kind of weird though. It is kind of strange, to see, that when you're averaging about 100, and I guess that just shows how much maybe people like the series style books versus one shots. Because we've averaged about 100 plus backers on every one of Psycho Sal from the get-go.
Yeah.
But everybody knew it was a 9-issue book, Well,
also, like you said, we have another friend, mutual, that launched a Kickstarter in December one year, and it was his worst Kickstarter of all time because it's December. So we're both taking a chance of that. You've already funded, so you're good.
Yeah.
I want to see how it goes. You know, I'm launching on the 10th. 2 weeks later is Christmas. I mean, the books are cheap enough. I think, you know, my funding goal is 1,500. I should be fine with that. I would think I'd hit that, but again, you're literally talking 2 weeks before Christmas.
Yeah.
No, I don't have any Jalen Hurts pops.
Tell them we got some Kickstarter books though.
They're looking for sports stuff.
That's another one.
They make a Hurts pop. Yeah, we had like 2 in and sold them, but we never reordered anymore. So we're kind of getting out of the pop business. Nope. You're about the only one comes in looking for Philly stuff. We got some Cowboys. I mean, there's some pops over here in these cases right here. That's really going to be our sports stuff. That's what's left. But like I said, Funko Pops are, man.
What's up, Michael?
They're going to be in that glass case right there. Hold on, wait.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah, that is something fans need to realize. You know, if you're going to support Indy, make sure you support the best you can. Don't overextend yourself, obviously, but we need all the support we can get because that's the only way we can keep these books affordable is everybody showing up. If it gets to where people don't really show up, we have to raise the price of the books because we have to be able to. We want to see the books created, and it either happens 2 ways. Either our books get created because we had to up the price of the books and we still made the money, or we leave the books affordable and more people show up, or more people show up consistently. So that's why it's super important to share these things and try to help as much as you can. And then, so you guys also have your next Comic-Con is Texoma, right?
Yeah, Texoma.
All right, give them the rundown on Texoma. And for those that haven't done Texoma in Durant, Oklahoma, you need to make the drive to that show. It is badass. And this year, you guys are doing an 80s theme, correct?
Yep, February 21st, 22nd, Durant, Oklahoma. It'll be our 3rd year of Texoma, which is our biggest con.
Yep.
One of the main guests that are going to be there is C. Thomas Howell. If you see Outsiders movie, which you all should, for the 2 people watching. He was Pony Boy in The Outsiders. He was in Red Dawn. He was in 1993. Very good actor. We've got Darren Dalton coming in, who was also in The Outsiders. He played Randy in Red Dawn. He was the snitch as one of the guys that told where all the kids were, but he was with Patrick Swayze and all of them in Red Dawn. He's also friends with C. Thomas Howell. We got Deborah Foreman, every young man's crush in the 80s. She was a big star of Valley Girl on April Fool's Day. She'll be there. Eddie Deason is coming in. If you're a fan of Grease, he was Eugene, the nerdy guy from Grease that everybody picked on. He was in Grease 1 and 2. He's also a voice actor. He's been in a lot of stuff. We're real close to a couple other people I can't announce yet. 80s style that Kim's working on. Trying to lock the door on them. Besides yourself, Ken Salinas. It's a spam call. It's
probably.
Peter Smith is there. Tone Rodriguez is coming. We think we're locking in Mel Milton, Sam De La Rosa. So it's going to be a good con. Over 200 vendors. We're going to be running some panels, costume contests, giveaways. But last year, again, this will be our 3rd show. The first 2 were amazing at Texoma. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't been, it's right next door to the convention center, right next door to Choctaw Casino.
Yep. And that's a nice casino.
Well, and Durant is a tiny town. You can't go out and party and do stuff downtown because it's closed. Everybody goes to the casino. You got a movie theater in the casino. You got bars set up in there. You can
bowling alley.
The arcade. There's tons of stuff. Food courts. The casino's awesome. Do what? Bowling? Yep, they got bowling. So it's well worth it. It's a lot of fun. I mean, our tickets, they're $20.
Yeah. That's what I'm telling people.
and we ran tickets at $10 each on for a Black Friday sale.
Yeah.
We sold a bunch of tickets on Black Friday for $10 each. We turned them off. Their regular price are $10. Military gets in, they get $5 off.
Right.
But of course, we give a discount to any of the Choctaw employees as well. But
right.
Kiss
And for those that don't know,
free to get in.
Yeah, free parking too.
Free parking.
Yep.
That's one thing. That's like Cowtown. We moved Cowtown.
Yep.
Right? Cowtown was always in Fort Worth. Man, the venues around here, they're getting very greedy.
It was $30 parking last time.
Yeah. And they raised the parking halfway through the day one of the show to 32 because they were running a concert that night upstairs at his arena. So we literally talked about it and said, for us, it makes no sense to have a customer pay $25, $30 to park and then pay $20 to get in. You're $50 out of pocket before you even get. We're not Fan Expo.
Yeah.
I mean, I get Fan Expo. There's a difference. You got every celebrity in the world there. Get it, MegaCon, New York. I get it. You know you're going to park. For us, we don't want to do that to people.
Yeah.
So we're moving Cowtown to July next year, 17th, 18th. Oh, I got it right. 18th, 19th. In Waxahachie, which is just south of Fort Worth. It's like Durant. There's a lot more things in Waxahachie than there is Durant. A beautiful conference center that's modeled like Hearst, if you remember Hearst.
Yeah, I like that one.
So we're working on guests now for Cowtown, and the booths are already selling at Cowtown as well, just like they are. Vendor booths are blowing up at Cowtown, just like they are at Texoma. But Cowtown will be a lot of fun as well. But we're going to run that in July. Actually, we just got a one big artist coming in that committed yesterday, Don McTague.
Oh, Don, awesome.
Coming to Cowtown.
Don's an absolute sweetheart.
Yep. And Don
McTague is awesome.
Besides you, again, Peter will be there. Ken will be there. Everybody comes out to see y'all. But yeah, we're going to have our Cowtown show is more of our comic artist show, but we're really focused on the creators. That's how that show started.
Right.
We'll have some voice actors there. May have one celebrity, maybe two with some voice actors, but we really focus that show. There'll be almost 200 vendor booths, but we really focus that show on the creators. PTC will be there with a big booth. He's going to have 2 to 3 artists himself.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So
knowing Nelson, he'll probably have Miko with him.
Miko will be there as well as a couple more. He's already told me. So I can't announce them yet, but
right.
Taking care of them. We're going to do some different things at Cowtown, but Cowtown's going to be a lot of fun. Texoma is always good. That's more of our pop culture convention. Seeing them there from Gabe's Cave, that'll handle all of our, we love those guys come in and do a great job on the panels, and they run contests and all that. So they've been with us pretty much since day one when we first met them 6 years ago or so.
Yeah.
But we're gearing up for con season right now. All our focus is on the Lily. We haven't done much in the last couple of days because
the baby
grandkid's coming about 2 weeks ahead of schedule. He's ready to go. We think if she would have carried him to term, or she is to term as of today, but if she would have carried him till the 21st, he'd have probably been 11 pounds. So
good Lord,
that ain't gonna happen. Yeah, he's a big kid. He's over 8 pounds already. So it's time to go. So it looks like they made the decision that tomorrow they'll start inducing labor on him.
Nice, awesome. That's
so
good.
We're excited. Right now, everything's just kind of been a whirlwind since Tuesday, pretty much. Yeah, since Tuesday on that. So not a lot of rest going on. So tomorrow, crazy. If you're close to the Fort Worth area, in store here at the comic store, Peter Smith will be here Saturday.
Yep.
All day. He's flying in from Florida. He's going to come in, set up, sign autographs. He's got 4 new books he's going to be showing that he hasn't had out before. We posted those earlier, so we've got that going on as well.
Nice.
So we got a lot going on, William.
Yep. Yeah, like it's and then you got make sure you guys, if you haven't done that, make sure you're following the Charter Comics page. Make sure you're following the Ferryman page. Make sure you're following the Texoma and the Cowtown Comic Con. because especially for you artists and creators, you want a entry level type Comic-Con where it doesn't break the bank for you to get a table at, that has consistent numbers that show up. Places like Texoma, especially in Cowtown, that's a good spot for you guys to do as new artists. Chris, you just crashed on me. That's a good place for you guys to purchase a table and go out to those shows, because they actually do generate a good bit of foot traffic through the door. So it's a great place for you guys to showcase yourself without having to buy, $500 and $600 tables. Because what's y'all's tables at Texoma? Do y'all have any artist tables still available for Texoma?
They're gone. And we have more artists already filling out applications, and they're have to be waitlisted. We just don't have that.
Gotcha. See what I mean, guys?
We have about 25 artist tables. They're always the first thing to go, and we're about out of corners because she's posting right now. And I will tell you this, based on when we had a couple other shows, it's been a lot of vetting vendors, because we're different. For our artist alley, it's literally you're a creator,
right?
And a creator, we literally mean you are creating comics, because we are a Comic Con,
right?
That drives me crazy when you go to
and it looks like a damn yard sale.
Mississippi Comic Con or East Texas Comic Con. I mean, I don't know if those exist, but whatever. East Montana, we'll throw that out. But in case the other ones, I don't get in trouble for calling them out. I don't even know if those even exist, but we'll say East Montana Comic Con. Doubt there's an East Montana Comic Con. But you got those Comic Cons that put the word Comic Con in their show title, and people show up, and there's not one table, there's not one artist, there's not a creator of comics, there's no comics. It's Funko Pops, it's 3D dragons, it's crafts, which there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're going to label yourself a Comic Con, you better have artists there. You better have creators there, because you're going to draw a fan base out to meet these people. So with us, we're literally looking. If you're on Artist Alley, then by being on Artist Alley, you're selling original art prints, not AI. We don't want AI at all. If we catch AI, you're going to be asked to take it down. Or if you don't want to take it down, then we'll have to talk to you about removing yourself. But like some of the other Comic Cons are doing, we do not allow AI. Hey, how you doing? We don't allow AI. We don't allow. But other than that, if you're an artist, anyway, if you're an artist, then it's your own art prints that you created. It's creator-owned comics. It's writers that have done novels or written comics.
Right.
That's our Artist Alley. That's what an Artist Alley should be. It should be a table full of stickers. I'm sorry if you do stickers.
No, it shouldn't. I was at a Comic-Con not too long ago, and I was in artists. What they said was Artist Row, and 2 tables down from me was somebody selling freaking stickers. And it wasn't an artist drawing shit and then making stickers of their stuff. I mean, it was just random, chibi bullshit off Amazon. Yeah, they buy it off Amazon for 10 cents a piece, and they sell it at a show for $1.50 or $2 a pop. And they're right there in Artist Row. And I was like, what the fuck?
We've she's been she goes through a very good vetting process. So if you're in Artist Alley, you're an actual creator.
Yeah.
Every now and then one will slip by. They'll send a fake picture of what their booth is, and you show up and what they sent, and you have to have work. You talk to them about it. But it's literally if you're a vendor, we ask for, hey, can we see a picture of the booth?
Right.
We don't want garage sale stuff at our cons.
No.
You go to cons too, and we feel like we're outdoor. We've seen them where you go to a flea market. Everybody's booths are nice and they're organized, and that's what people want to see when they come on. They want something clean when they walk around, something organized. Booths that look good in a big variety, and we take pride in that. So that's our Artist Alleys. They're the first thing to go. Our items are already sold out as well. We have a couple of people that bought 6 to 8 booths. So we're excited for that. We've got some new vendors this year at Texoma. I think there's 10 or 11 food trucks coming this year. It'll be
Yeah, that show's insane. Like I've been to shows that's like I was telling you. I've been a couple years ago when I did the first one for Texoma, and it blew my damn mind.
Yeah,
and then that could always be a fluke. It's a brand new con in an area nobody's used to having cons. It's that second year that really can show you something. And then I was there for the second year, and it did almost the same damn numbers. And I was like, holy shit, because I've been to shows that's been around 10 years, 15 years. That's just a little bit bigger than what Texoma was. And they don't have nowhere near the foot traffic coming through the damn door. That's a great show.
Great this year because we do it in February every year. And we do it to ourselves. There's nothing wrong with it. So the first year we did Texoma, our weather was high 70s that Saturday. Yeah. Friday. It was beautiful, gorgeous, over 5,000 people. Yep. This year in 2025, when we did Texoma, we got a little nervous because Friday it was an ice storm.
It was cold.
Southern Oklahoma, wintertime. I mean, we try to do that show before any of the big shows kick off.
Yeah.
We got lucky because Saturday it was still, 30 degrees, but we had a huge crowd come through and Sunday still. So, that's one thing you always got to look at because you could be anywhere doing a con and it could be severe weather, right? Pouring down, people aren't going to get out and drive. You just don't know.
Yeah.
Can't control the weather. But that's one thing we got to look at. And, we're crossing our fingers for next year, next February, 2020.
I'm super excited.
Ice holds off and the cold. It can be cold. That's okay. But boy, get 60s, 70s weather would be absolutely perfect again.
Right. But the other thing you guys do, and I want to point this out, and I know you got, you may have to go or whatever, and that's okay. But I want to make sure people know this, and I say it all the time. Anytime I'm ever talking about you guys do something that the majority, and when I say the majority, I mean the majority of Comic-Cons do not do, and that's you guys promote every single person that. Whether they're a guest or whether they bought an artist table or they bought a vendor booth, no matter what category they fit in, you guys create flyer promoting things for every single person, and you share it out on your social media through the year leading up to the show. Now, to put that into perspective, people, what I mean by the other 95, 98% of the comic community or Comic-Con community, the only people they promote on their social media platforms are the people that they brought in as guests. That's it. I don't give a shit if you paid $600 for a table or $400 for a table or $1,500 for a booth or $2,500 for a booth. They don't promote you, but you guys do it on every single person.
Every vendor gets a flyer. Kim builds those. Every artist or on Artist Alley,
right?
Your own flyer, and you're promoted. Now, you may go on a promotion that says, "Hey, welcome to Texoma Comic Con." Some of our great creators, and there may be 5 or 6 people on that post with their own flyer, and then it'll get put on reels that cycle through multiple times leading up to the show. It's just not a one-time thing. All the vendors have a flyer that says, "Hey, we want to welcome our new vendor." We've been doing that since year one when we started Cowtown. I mean, we started Cowtown. Remember, we and a lot of people got onto us and looked down on us because it was during COVID and everybody was scared to death of COVID. And here we are. Nobody doing anything.
The flu. Okay.
Let's do Cowtown Comic Con in 2020. Was it 2020? Okay. Yeah, in October during COVID, we were the first one to open, and we were packed.
Yeah, we were slammed.
You were there. Yeah, that packed. So, but ever since then, when we were at the old Hearst Conference Center, we've been promoting everybody. So, Kim takes that into heart. Everybody gets a flyer. Another reason why she wants pictures of their booth, especially if you put it up there. I'll take care of a lot of the artist flyers because I'll reach out to you guys and I'll go, hey, give me 3 or 4 pictures of books or art prints that you have. So, and do it from there. So I'm going to have to run those. So we're we're getting busy in store.
No, that's no problem. Yeah, I appreciate you taking the time and jump on, everybody. Guys, make sure you're following Pastime Comics. They go live on Tuesday nights at what, 8 p.m., 7 p.m.? 7 o'clock Central. You can get, they can do pull lists for you. They got statues they can order for you if you want statues. They got tons of great slabs in the store also, from first appearances of Miles Morales to Harley Quinn and all those goodies. So make sure you guys are following Pastime. Make sure you guys are following the Doll Maker on Kickstarter. Hit that notify me on launch button, and give them a quick thing for those that may not know. Chris Hayes, tell them who you are.
You just did that. No, just
I just gave the broad picture.
Comics. I have a lot of people go out there and put me on Facebook and friend request me, and I see who I'm friends with, and it's usually you.
Yeah.
But I don't know them, and I see I got 5 or 6 people. I'm like, I'll say, hey, go to Charter Comics, because everything I post on my own personal page, I put on the Charter page, especially the book. So that's where you're going to find it. And then again, there is a private Facebook group called the Ferryman Tales. One of the next books coming out that your fiance is going to be part of is I took individual writers that wrote a short story on how they saw the ferryman. So literally after Dollmaker, it's coming.
Nice.
Be a hardcover book. It's going to be about 8 or 9 stories inside of it. We'll run it on Kickstarter. It's going to be, I think it's going to be pretty cool, but it's
nice.
8 or 9 individual writers that did a story on the Ferryman Tales. Well, one thing on that page, the Ferryman Tales Facebook page, I'm going to be putting exclusive covers that you can't get anywhere else. It's not a Starter side. I'm not posting them on my page, only for the members, and it's free, right? But it's only for members on that page. So just, yes, you made it. So yeah, you guys go follow that. It may take me a day or so before I see it. And I approve everybody to come in on that page, but you can go in there and talk about ferryman stuff. It's an open forum.
Nice.
If I start seeing people promote a bunch of other different stuff, I delete them. I mean, it's really just a page for the ferryman. That's how I do it. I've already had a couple people jump in before and wanted to. Let me go over here while I'm checking somebody out.
Yeah.
We'll move over here. Anyway. On wheels.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that. That's what it's meant. It's a ferryman fan page. It's meant to be talking about that project. It's not meant for other people to piggyback and post their shit and stuff like that. I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit.
Yeah, not on that page. Hey, we can go in anywhere else and do that. That's
fine.
That page, I literally made it because I was building up this book, and I had a lot of people go, "Man, you need a page dedicated to the ferryman." Yeah. So I said, "Okay, let's do it."
I need to do the same. I don't have one dedicated to just Psycho Sal. I need to do it. I think I will in the story, when everybody gets the last book, so nobody drops any spoilers per se. I may go make a page dedicated to just that.
Yeah, I would do it, because then you'll have people come in there and just talk about the story, what they like, what they don't like. That's what I said. But my thing is, I'm going to do giveaways on that page. Like, hey, I'm going to do like a raffle. You don't even have to pay or anything, like you did with T-shirts. I'm going to be like, hey, wait, this special metal cover that I had made up of a William Russell Glover that nobody has seen, or drew a new cover that nobody sees, that you can announce, that only goes on that page. And
that's cool.
People that'll ever see it are the people that are in that page, and they get the dibs to buy that cover. If it's $20, $15, or I give it away to everybody on the page, or we give away stickers or shirts or something. That's what it's for. It's literally for fun.
Yeah. It's for pure fandom. It's just for the people who have bought the book, support the book, read the books, that are there just for that topic.
Yep, that's all it is. That's all it is.
That's awesome.
Just to get some interaction in there for fun.
Right.
So yeah, that's what I want to do with that page. But it's called Ferryman Tales. It's just a group page called the Ferryman Tales. That's all it is. You can go there, hit to become a member. Again, it's free. And then I have to accept it. So it's a private group, but then I'll accept and bring you in.
Okay, cool. I'll go over there in a second. I know I'm already in it, but I'll hit the little invite button on there and see if it, normally we can send out 1,000 invites. So I'll send out some invites and see who we might get. But Uh-oh. Oh.
No, you're good.
Oh, yeah. Before you bounce,
She was checking.
Did you see my Rick Baker?
I did. Kim
Joker.
She says, okay.
Dude, it's so badass. That thing is so cool. Huh?
It's all right.
It's all right.
No, it looks good. It looks good.
Because you know who Rick Baker is, right?
Yeah,
you
I know.
Yeah, you should know. You're a horror fan.
Posted it that one of your fans actually found that
Yep.
for you, told you where to go get it. So.
Yep. Yeah, he did a trade with me. I was like, hell yeah, I'll trade original published cover art any day for statues.
See, I've got crayon originals that I'll trade for statues. I don't know why people aren't hitting me up for stuff like that. I mean, I can get a baseball card from them or something.
Well, the crazy thing is they don't, what people see, this is where people need to think ahead. You're joking about the shit, but I'm telling you, with Netflix and Hulu and all these people that are shopping these indie style books, one of these books are going to break one of these days, whether it's Psycho Sal that you've been a part of, or whether it's Don't Pay the Ferryman, or Doll Maker, or whatever it is. One of these are going to break one of these days. And then your little, because of you being a writer, your little crayon original is probably going to go stupid,
Okay. But literally the way it is now, and I've been looking at a lot of stuff, you can make your own movie.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And you can do it for probably under $3,000. You can make Psycho Sal as a movie, and you can turn around and give that movie. There's 3 or 4 sites that will upload your movie, almost like Hulu.
Yeah.
And have that movie, and then you get the royalties every time somebody goes on for like $3.99 and buys your movie or whatever.
Yeah.
Or $10 or whatever it is to buy the movie.
Right.
And I've got all the movie stuff written down at the house because I've been looking it up. I mean, literally, I talked to Henson a while back, and we were joking at the time, but when I did the Forgotten Isle book, I literally told him, I want to make a movie out of this. And he's like, what? I go, yeah, you know how I want to make it? He goes, what? I go, we can literally take the iPhone and do it. It can be the dumbest thing ever. I've seen dumb. I watch those dumb shark movies. Any bad shark movie is out, I'm going to watch it. I don't care how dumb it is. And there's some bad stuff out there. I'm like, I can do better than this. I know the people that can do voiceovers. Do what? Well, the funny you said that, we were literally, you remember that movie Team America?
Yeah.
The animated with the dolls. That's how we were going to make the Forgotten Isle, but we were going to go to Goodwill and buy the Barbie and Ken dolls and then go get a boat and go down the local lake and have them in there and do the movie from the lake with the dolls. And then I was going to have a bunch of you guys be the voice actors.
Oh my God.
And give you the script and just, you could sit at home and do the voices and then we would dub everything in. That's what we thought about. We've got a green screen. So we were talking about doing that for fun. I'm like, you know how fun that would be? Because people will literally watch it. They're like, what are these guys up to?
Yeah.
But now
there's no doubt.
Into it, I'm like, I know the people that could.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also look at the fan films that have been coming out. Look at that one that Jason Voorhees fan film.
Yeah.
I mean, they did that first one that was like an hour long or something, and it's not bad. It's pretty decent. Then they got that second one done. It actually had Matthew in it, who played Jarvis in Part 6 movie. So, I mean, it even had him in it later. It had that one cop that said, "Make my day." The red dot goes, you bang. That cop that was in the 6th movie, also, he was in their movie. So, yeah, I mean, you can do fan films, like I said, I'm supposed to sit down with that guy here soon at some point who does some fan films about doing like a 3-minute Psycho Sal fan film of him interacting with a victim. So, we'll see how that goes. I don't have no problem putting my money into a damn, 45-minute, hour-long fan film, So we'll see.
I can see you being Buffalo Bob on a recreation of Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, there you go. Like I can dance like that.
You could wear the robe and dance like that. I can
exactly.
You could do that for 3 minutes. It could happen.
That's right.
But no, I've actually been looking at that, and there's a lot of people that will make their deal. And the thing with me is, I'm right down the street from 30 minutes away, but from North Texas, the college here, University of North. It's a film college pretty much. And there's well, music school, sorry. But
Right,
anyway,
right.
do film too. But there's a lot of people that you can get on there under these Facebook pages that are new, looking for ideas to make a film, and they'll just do it.
Right.
They'll come out and help you do it. They don't charge anything because they will turn that in as well
Yeah.
right? Because they're trying to get their feet wet.
Right, right.
Production people there, you can get directors and all that. But then again, you can do it yourself. Hey, you can take your iPhone and make you a movie.
Yep, that's true. There's people already doing them.
Do that already.
Yep.
Just take their iPhone, as powerful as they are on the new iPhones now, and make movies out of it. And then all the software you can get onto a laptop and do your editing, and you add your backgrounds and your CG. You can do all that stuff.
Yeah.
Now. You don't even have to hire anybody. You could pay your friends to come out and be the actors.
Yep.
Literally, as bad as these movies are on Hulu. I mean, it literally looks like somebody took their iPhone.
Yep. I mean, look at that new werewolf movie that just came out.
And just made a movie.
Yeah.
And they're up on Hulu and stuff. And I'm like, we can easily do that with these stories. Wouldn't be hard to do. Because we're not doing stories to where you've got to have spaceships flying in space and doing all that. We're talking Psycho Sal. You got to have somebody with the mask, and you've already got that. And
yeah, because that guy that came to me, or you or whoever introduced me to that wrestler, that young wrestler guy at Cowtown this past year. I mean, that guy's like 6'6" or 6'5", 270 pounds, and he said he'd be more than happy to play the character, and he fits the build. I mean, he's a big dude.
He's a big guy. Yeah, I still talk to him because he was asking if we had room for them to come out to Cowtown next year, and I said, man, no, there's no room for a wrestling ring at Waxahachie, because they wanted to come out again. He said they had a blast. He messaged me the other day. Yeah, but what if it rains? I mean, it would ruin all that. But
and outside would probably be too damn hot in June.
Hot too in July. But no, that's something to look at. I mean, you can easily, and now you put that out there. There are Facebook groups you can go on, looking for movie maker, and you can go start talking to people that are directors, or college kids that are film students that are looking to get their feet
makeup artists and everything from schools. Yeah. I mean, there's really, this day and age, there really isn't a reason to self-produce and create. I mean, whether it's comic books or music videos or movies, I mean, the technology, the social media connections. Yeah. If anybody's got dreams now and they're not going after them, it's just because they didn't want it bad enough. I mean, you really have access to everything now. It's insane.
It is.
So,
but yeah, that's something I was looking at with one of the Ferryman ones. Doll maker would be tough to do. Don't know how I'd do that, but I mean, I could do my Forgotten Isle. Not be hard.
Technically, you could just put people in green suits and have strings attached to the dolls and move them like that creepy puppeteer moving shit. So
I get that. Well, the crazy thing is, I have a Ferryman outfit. I have a costume, and I specifically bought it to set up a mannequin and stuff.
Right.
I've just never done it, and I've had it for 4 years to set up. I get the coins on the eyes and all that to set up. Just never done it, and I'm like, I have the Ferryman outfit for somebody to go in the outfit. I don't know. It's just something else down the road, right? It's on the list, but it just hasn't happened yet.
It's also trying to make the damn time to do it. That's the hard part. Is so we got so many great ideas and so many projects we want to do, and we're already the amount of hours we're working, whether it's you working your regular job, then the store, then dealing with the Comic-Cons, then dealing with your own personal projects. There's not a lot of time left in the day. It's insane how time consuming all this is.
It is. There's a lot. So like today, I was like, all right, I'm doing work. Luckily, I work from home, so I'm like, I got to finish this cover. I got it done. I'm on conference calls. I'm listening to conference calls while I'm finishing this cover. Got it done. I was like, okay, I knocked off 4 things off my list today. I had to get done for that.
Yeah.
They're all done. Sent it to Lacey. Hey, just emailed her. Hey, you're a collaborator. Can you double check everything? Is there anything I'm missing? Double check. Nope, looks great. Maybe we should add this. Okay, I'll go add that as an add-on. Done. Sent it. It's approved, ready to go. I'm like, okay, now I can breathe. But now I'm like, all right, well, where the books from, you
Yep.
know, Final Crossing, because once they come
Yep.
in 2 or 3 days building the packages, those
Yep.
go out the door. I'm like, okay, the minute those goes out the door, and I've got Doll Maker running on Kickstarter. Well, guess what? Fairy Tales is starting. I've got to get the final 2 stories finished by a couple of people that are almost done. Well, that's done. Guess what? When that one's done, Doll Maker's over. We're right into it. And once Fairy Tales is over, I'm already ready to go. I've already got it done. That I work on it every now and then. I'll sit there on the couch at night and I'll have I'm writing a new Fairy Tales called The Last Call.
Right.
And, I mean, it's done. I got a couple of editing things on it I got to do, but I've been working on that one for a while. That one's going to be pretty cool. Something I hadn't done.
Nice.
It's
and let me take a guess at that one. And please let that one be like the classic throwback to the kid babysitter getting stalked by the ferryman.
No,
Oh, damn it.
I can tell you what it is, and I created it because I always see these, months ago, you'll see these TikToks or you see these memes come out, and it always says, what would you do if you're sitting there and death comes and sits down next to you?
I know the meme. Yeah, it's a great quote, man. It's a great quote.
What would you say? And I was like, oh, crap. And so I started thinking, and I was like, so I have a older guy, sitting at a bar drinking alone. Comes and sits down.
Uh-oh, we lost you. I bet his phone died. Chris, you went black. I don't know if you can hear me. That'll be cool. Yeah, I've seen that quote. That's a great quote too. I mean, it is really a great quote. And for those that don't know what it is, it's this meme where a guy's sitting at a bar and death sits next to him, and he tells him, finish your drink. It's time to go. And the question is, what would you say to death in that situation? And it really is one of those things like, holy shit, what would you say? All right, there he goes. He's back. Hang on.
No, it was somebody who was trying to call. It was from Puerto Rico, spam call, and I declined the call and it froze everything. But on that, it's literally called Fairy Tales Presents The Last Call. I got a couple more things to finish on it, but I was like, man, it's going to get deep on this one. It's one of those. It's not creepy a little bit, but it's kind of dialogue about this guy talking about his life. Fourth, not really any action in it, but it literally tends. It just popped in my head that day when I kept seeing the stuff, and it literally said, what would you say if you're sitting down at a bar and death sits next to you? What's the last, what do you tell him?
Yeah. Because the thing is what would you say if death walked in, sat next to you, and told you, finish your drink, it's time to go?
That's it. That's the one right there.
Such a great quote, man. It's such a great one.
But it makes you stop and think.
Big time.
Well, that's what happened. I just sat there and started thinking, and I was like, man, that's deep. And the more I kept thinking about it, the more I started typing into my notepad on my phone, sitting there watching TV, because I'll do that. These ideas, I just start typing notepad. And that's where this one came from. And I know people are going to be mad because, like, Kim's like, what about Nut Brigade 3? I'm like, yes, I know. I have literally written. I've got probably 2 more chapters to do on that. It's done. And the artist, she reached out to me the other day going, hey, are we going to do Nut Brigade 3? And I said, yes. I'm finished. It's one of those. I'll do it.
Yeah.
I got to finish Deputized, right? I had somebody else, hey, when's number 2 of Deputized coming out? I'm like, I know. But I keep doing them, and then I get a new idea pop in my head. I got to get that book out of my head.
I was. It's the same with me. Like I knew Psycho Sal. I knew I had Cycle of the Blood Moon, that big epic book I want to do. But then I got to sitting around with my daughters one day, and we were talking about some horror movies and stuff at one point, give or take. And I was like, you know what? I want to do something fun. No one I really ever see do it. I was like, I'm going to do a book, and I'm going to try to write it myself. And it's just going to be about 2 of my daughters versus a werewolf. And then I was like, well, okay, I did that one. I've got to be fair. I got to do one for my other 2 daughters. And, and then I was sitting with a buddy of mine who's ex-military.
Right.
And I hadn't seen him in a long time, and we were just sitting and talking, and we were talking about how a lot of our veterans, I was telling him how, I used to work with the VA and how hard it was to get them to help veterans with their medical stuff, get us to get paperwork from them. It was such an ordeal. And, we got to talking about how it's so sad that our veterans get neglected and they get ignored, and they have to jump through all these hoops, and people forget about them. And then they're dealing with, all their personal struggles and drama and PTSD and all this. And so after sitting with him and, we talked for a couple hours, that's when I was like, okay, I want to do a story that has to do with that. And so, that's where the whole Sentinel, Veil of the Damned popped into my head. And, and I'm super excited about that one. But yeah, that's the way it goes. We have these planned things, but then you have these moments of inspiration, or however you want to label it. And some of this stuff, when it bites into you, all that other shit goes to the back of the bus. There's just certain stories that pop up that, like, I got to put this story out. It has to be told. It has to be done. And it's not a money thing. It's just because, we're not getting rich. So it's not a money thing. But yeah, so sometimes things do take, because I know everyone is stupid excited about Cycle of the Blood Moon. And people are stupid. I still have people asking me about the third issue for Ferryman until you did it. And people asking about Nut Brigade #3 and stuff, which is why I ordered some more restock from you for issue #1 and 2 I did, because people have been asking about that book. So yeah, so people, be understanding, be patient, because sometimes ideas kind of have to get moved around.
Yeah, they do. Hey, come on. I'm 2 years past on even getting issue 3 out of the Detour, and it's been written and done.
Yep. See,
I just got to get it drawn. But then
you could reach out to Arturo for that one.
I've done like 8 other books since that one, or 9 other books since that one. I'll keep going. Yeah, I got to get back to it. And then I got, I did Valhalla, which took off.
Yep.
Well, I have a spinoff called Shield Maiden, and I'm halfway done writing it. And then I've got another one called Ferryman Tales presents Tides of Fortune, pirate lore.
Ah, nice. That'll be cool.
So I'll write a little bit on each of these stories, and then all of a sudden this one, like Last Call, gets stuck in my head, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna get this out of my head. And then I'll go get it done and finish it, and then I'm like, okay, the rough drafts, right? Then I'm like, all right, now I gotta go back in and edit it. I got to change some wording here. I don't like what I said here. I got to do this. And then it takes me a little bit, but that'll be the one after. And then I guess once I'm done with Last Call, I'll do Nut Brigade 3. So that'll be 2026. Nut Brigade 3 will come out. I'll knock out Deputize. I say that.
Yeah.
Or I'll have something else pop up. Deputize.
So a question about, and then I'll let you bounce, but on the Last Call, is with that, because that's a heavy thing, and
it's deep.
Is it going to be a type of scenario though? Because this is something you and I talked about a while back. Not that book, but this subject matter. Men's mental health and the struggles and the shit that goes on in our head that the majority of people don't know. They don't know, and they will never know. Our family, for the most part, will never understand the self-doubts, the struggles, the insecurities, and all the shit that we do deal with, even though people don't mention it. Is that going to be a type of story that will kind of play into some of that, where that guy's talking about his life and his shortcomings, or what he perceived as his failures, and really shining a light on some of that? Is that kind of what that's maybe intending to be, is that shining a little light on the men's mental health as both fathers and husbands and stuff?
Yep. And
nice.
My thoughts go into that.
Nice.
So yes, that's where a lot of that came from. Like I said, it gets deep. It's one of those to where I was like, wow. Once I was writing it, I was like, damn, okay. Let's put that in there now. Let's add it in there.
Yeah, cut the strings.
So yeah. But no, you're right on what you said about all the mental health stuff, and we don't ever talk about that stuff.
No.
You just don't.
You can't. I mean, I don't give a shit how many people, women or whoever, want to create this. And I'm not saying there's not unicorns running around that would understand, that would be there and be supportive. There are. There's no doubt. I'm sure there are. But the majority, for the most part, the majority don't give a shit. Let's be honest. Men aren't judged that way. They aren't viewed that way. It's like what's his name song. It's about what you provide. Right. And that's okay. I mean, it's okay in the sense we understand that, and our duty is to protect. Our duty is to serve our family. But it is a shame that we aren't allowed to talk about it, because when you do, you're either made fun of or you're viewed less. Your value definitely drops in the eyes of a lot of people. So that's, I think that's a great way, to share those thoughts and those feelings without it necessarily being direct. You know what I mean? Right. So that's awesome, man. That's good. I'm glad. That'd be cool.
You talk about it and talk about how you're feeling and all that. Go to a con, you're labeled a candy ass.
Yep.
True.
Well, I mean, sadly, again, we're not, the majority of people, they'll use it as a weapon.
Yeah, that's true too.
They will turn it, whether it's other men or whether it's the women in your life, they will turn it into a damn weapon. And that's why we die with heart attacks at 50 years old.
Well, I'm 55. I don't need to be dying of a heart attack.
Well, I'll be 50 this year. So, yeah, that's good. That's awesome, because I try to share some posts every once in a while, and I try to share some music every once in a while that talks about it. What's funny is I share it every so often, whether it's talking about Mental Health Awareness Month for men. I'll share that when it rolls around, or I'll share out what's his name song about being a man. That song, what's his name guy did with Darius Rucker and stuff. I'll share that out anytime it pops up on my YouTube or my feed. Those videos or those posts almost never get reshared. That's how bad society is on that topic.
They're all over TikTok. You go to TikTok?
And no. I'm talking about sharing it. Oh, yeah.
You go on TikTok.
Yeah, they're all over TikTok. But those people are
the biggest one on TikTok. That right after us, and again, this, if death sits next to you and all that, that quote, the one that popped up after that, man, it'll get you. Have you seen the TikTok of the guy sitting outside with the spool of wire?
Oh my God, yes. Oh, that is messed up.
He's explaining. You lose it. And she's like, well, I was wondering why you're wearing your Jets hat. And he's trying to.
Oh, shit. He crashed again. Somebody is spam. Yeah, so what do you. Oh, there he comes. Okay.
Yeah, somebody else. I'm going to have to go. My boss was calling me. So
that's okay.
And that one, and read the comments.
Yeah.
All you got to do is read the comments. Yep. There's 4,000 comments on that video, and they're all guys. And it's, man, that one gets you. And the guy's like, I'm looking at this spool of wire, and, I got this 25 years ago, and it's almost gone. Immediately, we know what he's talking about, right? But the wife's like, well, I didn't know why you're upset. I saw you wearing your Jets hat, and I was like, are you okay? And he's like, never mind, I can't talk to you.
Yeah, she doesn't get it. She does not get it at all. Kind of speaks to him like he's being stupid.
Exactly. And he was trying to explain it to her, but she didn't want to listen. It was like, are you wearing your hat? And he was done. He just got up and walked. And man, it just I was like, oh my God, I reshared that thing immediately. I was like, oh, crap.
Yeah, it's crazy how that works. And it's a shame that more people don't, because people don't want to. I mean, that's the bottom line to it. People don't want to view, and people don't want to give passes, and people don't want to give credence to things that they know they may add to as a problem. Right. Because a lot of times the stuff we take on and we deal with, let's be honest, a lot of times it's other people's bullshit. Whether it's some random person or whether it's dealing with other people's drama and problems and trying to fix their stuff, because that's what we do. We're fixers, that's our love language, is trying to fix a problem that's wrong with somebody. It's not because we think someone else can't do it or we're not wanting to listen or understand. It's just when you tell us there's a problem, our first job is to try to fix that problem, because we don't want the people around us struggling and hurting. So you can't show weakness on it. I mean, again, I understand people want to try to change that stigma, and I wish they could, but I don't think it'll ever change. So all we can do is just kind of shine light on it every once in a while, whether it's a post or a song or like with what you're doing with this book. So that's pretty cool, man. I'm glad you're doing that. That'll be a good book, though.
It will. And again, there's no action.
Right. Yes, all story, all emotion.
Do ferryman covers, and that's cool. And I've got 2 or 3 ideas I want people to do on them.
Yeah.
But not like, the ferryman's taking somebody's soul and going away.
Right.
I mean, he's there to take the guy. I mean, and the guy's going to talk about his life. And it gets very deep. And it's literally like, man, you saw that quote. That quote makes you think. You're like, shit. And then all of a sudden, you see that TikTok of the dude with the spool of wire. You're like, my God, man. And then you start seeing more and more. And although you start thinking all that, and you're like, man, okay, so if you were this guy, what would you turn around and look the ferryman in the eyes and start talking about?
Yeah.
He's
your last conversation on the planet.
Yeah, he's a loner, he doesn't have his family anymore. This is how I have it set up. What did he go through? And man, it got deep. So, but it was fun to write, right? Because you're like, all right, but that's just one of those ones I'm like, I'm going to get this out.
Yeah.
It'll do good. I think people like it. It's different than what I've done before. Of course, I said about the Western, but this one's a little different. It's, I don't know. I'll send you the script before, but I'm going to do it I haven't decided. I may go full illustration on this, but the illustration is going to be literally the guy at the bar and the ferryman talking.
Yeah, it's just back and forth. It's intimate. It's 2 people having a conversation.
Yeah,
and they're having the most important conversation ever, the last conversation you'll ever have.
Yeah.
I mean, that's rough.
Yeah. And so pretty much finished it. I got to go through and redo some stuff. I mean, because like when you write it, you always do everything rough, and then you're it, and then you're like, then you go back and rewrite it, and you're like I've done on some stuff. I'm like, I don't want that guy to die here. I'm going to put him later on, or I don't want the king saying this.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll go back and read it several times, and then I'll change a few things, and I'll send it to Elisa. She'll edit it. And
I'll be honest with you, dude. On that one right there, I would reach out to Arturo or someone, and I would put whether it's black and white or color, regardless. I think I would do that full blown. Yeah, I know, I get it's not a ton of stuff happening. It's all taking place on one night in one bar, and every panel is this back and forth conversation. But on something like that, I think seeing the emotions on that person's face and stuff is just gonna take that script to a whole nother level.
Yeah, I thought about that. I
think it deserves it.
This one may be a full color one.
Yeah.
Because I thought about that, because it's gonna have flashbacks, right?
Yeah.
With your daughter. I mean, you're gonna have that stuff in there. When he was a kid comes out. So I'm going to have all that in there. So there will be flashbacks in there. So I may reach out to him on this one.
Yeah. I think that one deserves it, man. I think that's going to be a big deal. I really do. I think
I'm not crazy on covers. I'm thinking maybe 4, and that's it being done on it. I mean, I don't want to have 10 covers on it.
Yeah.
4. I know one of the covers I want probably is the main one is literally either going to have one of the covers where the cameras or the shot is of the guy. It's looking at him, and he's got, a whiskey glass or a beer bottle there at the bar, and in the distance, kind of foggy, you see the ferryman in the doorway,
right,
looking at him. And then I'm thinking another one is going to be from behind the ferryman looking at the guy, and
at
you
the bar
sitting on the bar stool, but you see his back. You'll see the bartender, all the detail of the bar sitting there, but you kind of see maybe over the ferryman's shoulders a little bit, maybe the side of the cloak of the ferryman that's looking at him, because he's coming to get him. So I thought that as a second cover, and then I don't know what the other two would do, but I would do 4. Like I'm not doing a crayon cover on this one.
Yeah, for sure.
But that one would be it. Maybe one covers just the whiskey glass or the beer bottle with the 2 ferryman coins.
Yeah, I think another good one. I think a really good one would be a shot like as if you're standing behind the bar, and it's a real close-up shot of just the guy's face and his shoulders, his arms on the bar, and he's just sitting there with his head down, one hand on the glass and maybe one hand just kind of twisting one of the ferryman coins or something like that, or twisting it on the table, fidgeting with it.
Yeah.
A real intimate, close-up shot. That might be a pretty good one too. I think no matter who does covers for that, I think it needs to be, nothing shock and awe. Like I think it needs to be very dim, very emotional. You know what I mean? I think it needs to be emotional covers for something like that. So that'll be a fun one to figure out the covers on for sure.
Yep. Well, I got to run.
I'm going to get off here too. I got to get my butt back to work. I got to go live for this show tonight at 7 p.m. Central for his podcast. We're going to talk about Rise of the Mummy. But I appreciate you hanging out with me for a little while, Chris, and good luck, and hopefully everything goes smooth with the grandbaby coming.
Yeah, we'll find out tomorrow.
All right. Take care, guys.
Take care.
Yeah, that's a good one too, Michael. But yeah, that book's going to be good. That one, that'll be heavy. That'll be a heavy read for sure. But all right, guys, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to grab me an early dinner because at 7 p.m. Central, I've got to go live on that podcast tonight for let me find where I shared it. Make sure I quote the name right. Triple Threat Comics at 7 p.m. Central tonight. So a little under 2 hours from now. So make sure you guys show up for that. We're going to talk comics and stuff like that, talk about Rise of the Mummy. If you hadn't had a chance to back my Rise of the Mummy Kickstarter, please make sure you guys go over and do that. We only have about 13 or 14 days left. So go grab you some goodies on that. And support some indie Kickstarters and stuff. Like I said, we need all the help we can get. But you guys have a great night. See you in a couple of hours for that podcast. And take care, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Later, Michael, Jim, everybody.